If you or a loved one are struggling with type 2 diabetes, you should visit the link in the description below. This clinically proven, drug-free program lowers blood sugar to a normal level and can completely reverse type 2 diabetes within just a few weeks. Here's today's video.
The question, can alcohol lead to type 2 diabetes? Answer by Sosifina Tunyafai. A high sugar diet definitely leads to diabetes mellitus type 2. Heavy drinking can reduce the body's sensitivity to insulin, which can trigger type 2 diabetes. Over 16 million people in the United States suffer from type 2, adult-onset, diabetes, and that number is growing rapidly. Diabetes is actually a group of diseases with one thing in common, a problem with insulin. The problem could be that your body doesn't make any insulin, it doesn't make enough insulin, or it doesn't use insulin properly. Insulin was a hormone secreted by your pancreas. It's a key part of the way your body processes the food you eat because it helps maintain the proper level of a sugar, glucose, in your blood. Glucose is your body's fuel. Cells use it to produce energy. Why to grow and function. Diabetes can lead to serious problems such as blindness, impotence, loss of limbs, and death. So controlling diabetes in a proper way is very important to save the life of the patient. Medical reports on alcohol and diabetes. Drinking alcohol in moderation is associated with a lower risk of developing type 2, adult-onset, diabetes, according to a large-scale Scandinavian study. Moderate drinking reduces diabetes risk. Moderate drinkers are less likely to have type 2 diabetes than are abstainers. According to the findings of 15 different studies that followed a total of 369,862 men and women for an average of 12 years, drinking and diabetes light to moderate drinkers of alcoholic beverages have a 30% to 40% lower diabetic risk than do abstainers. Consuming alcohol directly improves the action of insulin in patients with type 2 diabetes according to a major research study, Diabetes, Alcohol, and Heart Disease. The American Diabetes Association on reports that in people with diabetes, light to moderate amounts of alcohol are associated with a decreased risk of heart disease. Postmenopausal women and diabetes. Non-diabetic postmenopausal women can reduce insulin concentrations and improve insulin sensitivity by consuming alcohol in moderation. Get rid of alcohol drinking is very important steps to avoid developing diabetes, and if someone can take alcohol in light to moderate amounts, then better to avoid it. Answer by Shruti Padmanabhan. Yes, both alcohol consumption and tobacco use may increase the risks of T2D. Although studies show that drinking moderate amounts of alcohol may actually lower the risk of diabetes, the opposite is true for people who drink greater amounts of alcohol. Moderate alcohol use is defined as 1 drink a day for women of all ages and men older than age 65, and up to 2 drinks a day for men age 65 and younger. Too much alcohol may cause chronic inflammation of the pancreas, pancreatitis, which can impair its ability to secrete insulin and potentially lead to diabetes. Read this excellent article on the connection between alcohol and diabetes. Answer by Michael L. Jirga. Alcoholics often get hepatopancreatic diseases. If you impair the pancreatic function with inflammation, then you could have a pseudo-diabetes while the pancreas is inflamed. You also spill enzymes amylase and lipase in your bloodstream, which characterizes pancreatitis in the lab values. I don't think alcohol itself would trigger diabetes type 2. My opinion, poor nutrition from spending most of your money at the bar, that can lead to both alcoholic hepatitis and pancreatitis because of your poor eating habits. The alcohol takes a secondary role with the nutrition being the primary player.